Games? You want games? I'll tell you about some games. Jeff Keighley hosted Gamescom's opening night live, which showed off trailers for more games than I could count. So let's just say there was about 1,000 of them. The full presentation is linked in our news sources, but here's our highlights. After months of teasing from one Randolph Pitchford, CEO of Gearbox, Borderlands 4 was officially announced. It'll be arriving next year, and we know nothing about it. Classic. Civilization VII's launch date was revealed to be February 11th, 2025, just mere hours after it was already leaked on Twitter. Diablo-like Path of Exile 2 got a world premiere trailer, revealing it'll be launching into early access on November 15th. There was also a gameplay trailer for Black Ops 6's campaign. In case you forgot, Call of Duty games usually have a campaign.
I know I did.
I feel like it's been a while. Speaking of forgotten campaigns, Starfield had a trailer for the game's newly available land vehicle update. And the footage of Sick Donut stopped just long enough for Bethesda to reveal the Shattered Space DLC will be launching on September 30th.
Well, that didn't come out yet?
I didn't even know they were gonna do DLC, it flopped so hard. There was a world premiere for Dying Light: The Beast, which brings back Kyle Crane from the first game, and is free for owners of Dying Light 2 Ultimate Edition. Ooh, I own that, I'm excited. Even infamous game developer Peter Molyneux took the stage during what some may politely call applause. He revealed a new city-building God game called Masters of Albion. And frankly, I'm excited for it to disappoint me. Good show, Jeff. Single-player action RPG Black Myth Wukong has become the fastest Steam title to reach 1 million concurrent players, hitting the milestone in just 1 hour. That's bananas, and I'm not just saying that because you play as a monkey.
Boo!
You wrote it! I had to read it!
They don't know that!
Oh. Not quite satisfied with that achievement, the game also reached the second highest concurrent player count, taking that spot from Palworld. Yet while the game has been doing phenomenal numbers, the critical reception is a bit more mixed. While the boss battles have been lauded, the moments between seem to disappoint. Reviews seem to particularly pick on the game's level design and reportedly hard to follow story. Meanwhile, content creators have been criticizing the guidelines they've been given by the game's marketing team, which include a list of do's and don'ts. Just mostly don'ts.
There's one do, and it's enjoy the game.
That was a good joke, I like that one.
No, that's real.
Is it actually? Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. For example, you can't discuss violence. This is a game that prominently features combat. The guidelines also forbid feminist propaganda without elaborating on what that means. Can't talk about women? Like I
have a mom band.
Oh, and you're also not allowed to discuss anything related to China while playing a Chinese game rooted in Chinese mythology inspired by one of the greatest classic Chinese novels. Good luck! Bethesda has officially announced that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming to PS5 after a period of timed exclusivity on Xbox. We'd call this a surprise, but insider Nate the Hate leaked this news yesterday. And also The Verge mentioned back in February that this was a thing that was happening. But other than that, this is very surprising. What is a bit of a shock is that while we know that The Great Circle will be on PS5 in spring 2025, we don't know when it'll be coming to Game Pass's new standard tier. According to Xbox, Day 1 games and certain other titles can take up to 12 months or more to arrive to the new budget $15 tier. This reveals two things. One, Game Pass Standard could get access to the game after PS5 does, and two, Xbox doesn't understand how the words up to work. The new standard tier doesn't officially launch until September. Xbox insiders can try it out for $1 though. Or as Xbox might say, up to $1. That was a good joke. You should take credit for that one.
I did that.
And if you've had it up to here with your current chair, check out our sponsor, Secret Lab. The good folks there have made a gaming chair that is engineered for long hours of use. Remembering that you have a spine and other body parts that prefer to be cradled instead of crushed. The Titan Evo line features 4-way lumbar support, a magnetic memory foam head pillow, and comes in 3 different sizes for different sized bodies, because everyone has those. The chair's warranties can be extended from 3 years to 5 years, just in case your booty prefers extra commitment. And you can check them out at lmg.gg/secretlab and pick one up today. These quick bits are so fast, they've started wearing white tank tops and won't shut up about their families. The highly anticipated H2M mod for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered has been canceled 1 day before the release because Activision sent the creators a cease and desist. The mod's project lead had speculated that they were concerned about it taking away from Black Ops 6 sales because Activision's message said the mod threatened to take away from the effort of developers. But if they were so concerned with sales, maybe they shouldn't have kiboshed the mod that shot this 8-year-old Modern Warfare remastered to the top of Steam's bestseller chart. But what do I know? I'm just a person with sense. A handful of reporters got to preview the upcoming Silent Hill 2 remake, and their impressions were surprisingly optimistic, despite going into the demo with a fair bit of skepticism. Bloober Team is aiming to recapture the spirit of the original while updating the gameplay and adding their own twists on the story. But fans are understandably hesitant. Silent Hill is one of those tragic franchises that is unquestionably influential, but has also had far more entries dedicated to stumbling around trying to recapture its own greatness than it has actual good games.
Don't ever get me started on PT in Silent Hill.
Oh god, rip. Valve has banned Counter-Strike 2 players from using keyboard features recently added by Razer and Wooting. Those features being Snap Tap and Snappy Tappy, respectively. Players are still allowed to eat Laffy Taffy while playing, but for how long is anyone's guess. The features both enable simultaneous opposing cardinal directions, or SOCD, which lets players rapidly strafe in both directions while holding down the A or the D key and then tapping in the other direction. And many CS pros do not like that. No one can wiggle that fast in real life except for me, the Wiggle King.
Wiggle for me!
Dead Cells, the popular roguelike first launched in early access back in 2017, has received its final major update as it's time for developers Evil Empire and Motion Twin to focus on their newer projects. But the game isn't going out with a whimper. Update 35, titled The End Is Near, adds a slew of new enemies, weapons, mutations, heads, and a new cursed biome. And if you've played the game, you'll know what those things mean. I, Riley, haven't, but I'm happy for you.
You're not Riley.
It's written in the script like
I
that.
know.
Enjoy what time you have left with Dead Cells, my sweet child. That's for you, my favorite viewer. And a survey at DevCon 2024 found that 89 out of 100 participating developers said that microtransactions are unnecessary for AAA games, which can financially succeed just by being a product that gamers buy and then own.
Or license and license.
By contrast, 1%, a single person, thought that free-to-play games with ads was the best business model, and that guy should start a podcast.
We need one more white guy with a podcast, and then like everyone gets a free sub.
He seems like he has opinions.
Developers were far more conflicted about the recent turbulence affecting the industry, with 57% saying that layoffs would continue or increase in the coming 12 months. Honestly, these questions feel a little mean. Hey guys, what's the over-under that you'll have a job next year? And what are the chances you'll come back on Thursday for more gaming news? I hope it's 100%. Otherwise, I'm gonna cry. And I've already chosen the corner I'm gonna do it in.
That's my desk! Stop!